And welcome back. Thank you again for watching Sunday Brunch with Lubna. और आप इस वक्त देख रहे हैं TV1 जो पूरे US और पूरे कनाडा में देखा जा रहा है. And not only on Dish Network, you can also watch it on Sling TV. We do want to give out the number. अगर आपने कॉल करके कुछ कहना है, हमारा नंबर है 855-886-6387 एक्सटेंशन 4. अगर आपने भी हमारे कॉन्वर्सेशन में थोड़ी सी बातचीत करनी है, शो के बारे में कुछ कहना है, certainly you can do that. और अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले बात कर रहे थे डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स की, डिफरेंट चीज़ों की, अबाउट सेफ्टी वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट. एंड यू नो वन मोर थिंग दैट्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट इज़ द कल्चरल डिफरेंस. यहाँ का कल्चरल डिफरेंस और वहाँ का. सो ये मैंने कहा एंड दे बोथ आर लाफिंग. तो अब तो आई नो दिस इज समथिंग रियली एंड यू गाइस आर सिटिंग सो क्वाइट. अभी आप लोग देखते खूब बातें हो रही थी एंड पर अब जैसे कैमरा बताया तो चुप होकर बैठ गए. अच्छा मुझे बताएं, जब व्हेन योर पेरेंट्स वेंट टू स्कूल, जब वो लोग हाई स्कूल में थे, तो कभी अब वो क्या कहते हैं कि बेटा हमारे ज़माने में ये होता था, क्या होता है? What is the difference between their times going to high school and with you?
They think it's still old school how they were in school, so they would be like, oh, when I was little, like your age, I would never do that. Or when I was your age, I would only study and eat and sleep, and you would never go out. I would never watch movies. I would never go out with my friends to go eat or anything. I'm like, it's 2016 now. It's different. You are not old. You're old. I'm not. I need freedom.
Yeah, my mom would tell me like, oh yeah, I was never allowed to go out with my friends, and we couldn't go here. We couldn't put on makeup and stuff, and I had so many classes. I had to learn like 3 different languages. I was like, wow, thanks for making me feel bad. Like,
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
my mom would always be like, why are you wearing so much makeup? You're only going to school. Or like whoever wears makeup, they're trying to impress someone. I'm like, I'm trying to impress myself because I want to look good.
Right. You're doing it for yourself.
Exactly.
किसी
Yeah.
और के लिए,
My
ना?
makeup is
Yeah.
for me.
It's for yourself. But you know, again, because a lot of the parents, they probably went to school back in Pakistan or India and stuff, so it was a little bit different, obviously. लेकिन अब ज़माना थोड़ा सा change हो गया. Do you think parents, and this is something a lot of parents are probably wondering, कि कितना overprotective होना चाहिए, नहीं होना चाहिए? I mean, should you be very overprotective? Is that a bad thing? Or should you be just like, oh, let the child do whatever, let the child run wild? Do you think there should be a certain, like I know, if I was to ask you guys, अगर मैं आप लोगों से पूछूं कि कितना rules होने चाहिए, कितने नहीं? I mean, should there be a curfew? Should there not be a curfew?
I think it just depends, like on every family. I mean, you can't be too overprotective because then the child will be like, wow, like you don't let me do anything, and then they'll try like go more and more against the rules. Like if you're going to restrict them from everything, they're going to try to do everything all at once. And then if you also have free reign, then they're also going to do like everything and not be able to come back. So you have to have like a middle ground. Like I'm pretty sure Labor agrees with me. I mean, curfew is something like just family to family.
Right.
I think it's nice having a curfew because like there's a limit, and then like the kids are like, okay, yeah, like I have to be back. So I don't want to get in trouble. So it just depends, yeah.
Right. But see, back when they were in high school, back when they were young, it was different. Now it's like even with social media, even with all the different things, like for example, makeup, for instance. And I remember when, and this is like some time back. Okay, we have a call, so let's talk to them. जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आप कौन ले रहे हैं?
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम, लबना साहिबा, मैं फैयाज खान बोल रहा हूँ.
जी बोलें, क्या हाल है आपका?
मुझे बस अल्लाह का शुक्र, मुझे ये मालूम करना था आपके शो में माशाल्लाह ये 2 लड़कियां जो हैं
जी,
जिनका नाम लारिबा खान और ईसा खान है, तो मैं आपके टीवी के तवज्जुह से ये पूछना चाहता था कि what about the Islamophobia in the school?
Islamophobia in school. Okay, अभी बात करते हैं इनसे और डेफिनेटली थैंक यू सो मच अगेन आपके कॉल का. एंड इन्होंने पूछा अभी इस्लामोफोबिया का, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने बात की इसकी, तो आई थिंक दे जस्ट ट्यून्ड इन राइट नाउ, जस्ट अभी भी लगाया. तो आप बताएं इस्लामोफोबिया को थोड़ा सा हमने जो डिस्कस किया है अबाउट योर स्कूल एंड इस्लामोफोबिया a little bit. Well, we basically talked about it कि किस तरह से स्कूलों पे इफेक्ट पड़ा नहीं है. इनको हुआ था 9/11 का basically, right?
Yeah, so I've never like when 9/11 happens and if it's a school day, I don't skip. I mean, I go. And you hear like comments and stuff, but I guess I've been really lucky with the schools that I've gone to. They've been really diverse and open and not ignorant, and like some of the stuff that you'll hear on the news or like some of the places you'll hear about, like Irving, Texas, when Ahmed made the clock and then he was like, they thought it was a bomb, and
Exactly.
Yeah, so stuff like that. But I've never dealt with Islamophobia personally.
Right.
I know my friends have dealt with it. I've seen posts on social media, like
Right, of
other
course.
students from other campuses have dealt with it.
Right.
And it's just really sad to see like how much,
People are-
America, like America
sad.
really has progressed like compared to like what it was 200 years ago. And now we're kind of going back to that same thing where we're stereotyping everyone. There's
Of course.
segregation everywhere. So
Right,
it's
right.
just difficult. But,
Of course. Well, let me ask you now, Isha, I know that you came to America, right? You were not born here.
No, I wasn't
How
born
old were
here.
you when you came here?
I was 5 years old.
You were 5 years
Yeah.
old. And you were born here, right? So do you think it makes a difference, like when you guys go back, do you guys ever visit back there? You guys
Yeah,
go
I went
often?
back to India a couple of times.
So how-
And it is different because of like the culture.
But do you think the people over there, like I'm sure you have cousins or friends
Yeah.
who live over there, do you think they are much more modernized or they're more like thinking America is completely different than you guys who have lived here?
Yeah.
Is it different? What? Now you smile at this. You have to tell me why you're smiling at
It's
this.
like people over there think you like I don't like okay. I feel like they just think that America is like amazing.
It's like a
Yeah.
big Hollywood thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have that
It's like
conception.
so-
But
It's
like
wow.
it's like
Uh-huh.
it's a country basically. Like you have to do like everything is like whatever you're gonna do over there, like a job.
Right,
You have to
exactly.
make money.
Exactly.
It's like the
Yeah.
same thing over. You
They
just
have
don't
that
like
American dream still.
American dream,
like
huh?
it doesn't rain money. It
No,
rains
I know,
water.
and that's funny because when I was young and then I went to the first time I went back to Pakistan, and it was like for me being brought up here, we were very much like keep the culture alive, कि अपना
Yeah.
मतलब this Islam वगैरह भाइयों का नाम मतलब भाई कहना सब चीजें. So it was not like where I'll tell you honestly, many years ago when I had gone back for the first time, तो मुझे लगता था जैसे मैं अमेरिका से नहीं आई हूँ, लग रहा था they're more Americanized than I am. That's what I saw. And I'd be like, wow, and then they always think कि यहाँ पे शायद trees पे पैसा लगा हुआ है.
Yeah.
They think यहाँ पे
Yeah.
बड़ा Hollywood movie की तरह है. There's like a
no.
red carpet.
They think it's very glamorous.
It's very glamorized.
Yeah.
That was something that they thought, okay, it's so glamorized over here. But they think that. But then when you come here, when you live here, it's
Yeah.
completely different,
completely
you know?
It's like
Definitely.
it's just a place where you live, you make money.
That's what I try to tell them. I'm like, you guys
It's
think
not-
like it's amazing, but you have to do like all the effort that
Exactly.
you're doing
Of
there
course,
too.
Of course.
Yeah, but I don't think like they're more modernized or less. I think we're kind of on the same
On the
level.
same level,
I guess
yeah.
that's just your upbringing, how you
How
do
you
it.
have been
Yeah.
brought up, of course.
Um,
And again, मैं नंबर देना था अगर आपने भी कॉल करना है हमारा नंबर है 855-886-6387 एक्सटेंशन 4 एक्सटेंशन ऑन नहीं होगी अगर आपने बात करनी है इस शो के ऊपर. And we're talking about being here in the US. I mean, a lot of parents have moved here because of for education. या वहाँ पे corruption बहुत है तो यहाँ पे corruption इतनी नहीं है. दूसरी चीज़ है यहाँ पे land or opportunity. I mean, यहाँ पे आप मेहनत करेंगे. For example, if you're sitting in a school, अगर आपका बच्चा स्कूल जा रहा है, you'll have वही बच्चा एक मेट का बेटा बैठा होगा वहाँ पर वहीं पे एक डॉक्टर का बच्चा बैठा होगा. There's no difference in that. So I think that's something really big here in the US, I think. And what do you guys think about that, having that thing where there's no bias, there's no
the equal opportunity.
equal opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's really great. I think education should be a right, like in the Constitution or
Right.
whatever law that it should be. Like, I mean,
Exactly.
everyone should have access to education. Like, it's
Right,
not something that you can give to one person or give
And
or
hold
not
back
give.
from the other
Yeah,
child.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, who are you to tell like me or her like that I can't learn
can't
and
do
she
it.
can just because of our status or our
Exactly.
religion or something.
Exactly.
So it's really nice being in America and having the opportunity to get an education and further it and succeed
Right,
and
right,
stuff.
and it's
yeah.
important. What do you think, Reba? You're just smiling at that.
I mean, she's right. So
You're just right. Okay, right.
it's like I don't really know.
It's different,
Yeah.
but I think it just the opinion that people have could be different.
Right.
Some people can think it's true, but then वहाँ की भी life ज़्यादा आसान in the sense that you have like servants doing everything. यहाँ पे it's a little bit different. वहाँ पे आपको कुछ काम भी नहीं करना पड़ता है. वहाँ पे आपका काम करने वाला है, चाय करना है, कपड़े इस्त्री करके देने वाला. तो वहाँ पे it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I think parents have also sacrificed in somewhat, in some way, यहाँ पे ताकि बच्चे अच्छे स्कूल जाए उस पे बातें करें. Of course, you can call in. हमारा नंबर है 855-886-6387 extension 4. और आज हम students को लेके आए हैं अपने साथ because we always have different people on the show, but I felt that we need to get your perspective because unless we bring a camera and make a video, okay, what's going on in there. I want to ask you something. You two, I know you guys are best of friends. You guys have known each other. What is the most valuable thing in a friendship? I wanted to ask you guys that too.
Communication, I guess. Yeah, I would say communication. Like, if there's a misunderstanding, then that can like
Just clear
escalate
up.
things. And I'd say communication.
I just say I'm wrong and she's right.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, she's
नहीं,
good
और
like
पता
that.
है you know people who are watching right now must be thinking क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों की friendship रहती नहीं है या ख़त्म हो जाती है then they think क्या हमने गलत किया था या क्या हम सही कर सकते हैं or it's very tough to have a friend from and you guys have been friends I know you guys are like sisters but you guys have been friends for 13 14 years
Yeah, a very long time.
very very long time and
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been like well she just says I'm wrong and you're right and
There's going to be
not
many
always.
more years later too.
oh yeah
And I'm
Yeah.
going to steal her husband's shoes at the shadi to get the money.
wow.
She's like she has a list of like everything.
So let me
she's
ask
gonna
you,
do.
that's a funny thing you say that. I mean, obviously, you know, you were born here and you talked about like just a, you know, juta chupai thing, right? The husband ki jute वगैरह. तो ये जो culture की बातें हैं, is it something your parents have put in you or that's something you enjoy because that's a part of your culture?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like if I go to shadis and I see that, it's just like, oh look.
But you're not like, oh ये बहुत
It's
देसी
like-
चीज़ है, ये
Yeah,
क्या
No,
I
है?
like-
enjoy it too.
It's like desi shadis are way better than like American ones. Like
Yeah.
in American, like they just
No offense, but
No offense,
they
yeah.
they just
No,
go
watch.
at a church or like anywhere. They say I do. They kiss. They have a reception. That's it. Like over here
But
we
we
have
have the drama,
mehndis,
right? We have the
dholkis,
whole thing.
We have the glamour, like,
receptions,
glamour.
weddings. Like my big fat Indian wedding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
yes.
all dolled out and everything. Wear a big dress.
the culture is definitely
Heavy.
Like, I enjoy it. Like enjoys it too.
Right,
But it's
right.
something definitely our parents instilled in us, and we're keeping contact with it because we watch like Bollywood and we watch
Bollywood,
a show
right,
and like
exactly.
we talk to our parents and our cousins and aunts back home and stuff. So I think like if you keep in touch with like your roots, I
Right,
guess that's
right.
what they say. You got to keep in touch with your roots. You'll
Right.
definitely have fun.
Yeah, and it's important because you know being here and especially I mean you guys are obviously students right now, but even in the future you have to stay in
Yeah.
touch with your roots because that is what makes you apart from and
Exactly.
having that with you, your heritage. And if you don't have that, then that might be a little bit tough.
I tell my this is gonna be a random, but I tell my like I ask my friends, I'm like, oh, have you tried Indian food or like Pakistani food? They're like, no, I feel like it's too spicy. I'm like, you haven't lived it yet then, because Indian food is the best food
Right.
ever.
Yeah.
Right. But you never had that it's too spicy. You know how some kids they have also बहुत मिर्चें हैं, ये नहीं खा
Or they
सकते
can't
हैं.
handle it. Like
Well, a
white
lot of
people, like their seasonings.
No,
are-
there are some white people who have handled like really,
Yeah,
really
I think
spicy.
I
food.
think
It
the
depends.
palate, like your tongue palate, it's something that you have to learn over time. Like,
Of course,
But yeah, our
of
food's
course.
definitely
Yeah.
really good.
Definitely. And I think, and especially right now, obviously Bollywood plays a very big role, like with all the, even like
Priyanka
American
Chopra.
shows.
Priyanka Chopra.
Priyanka Chopra.
She's
Yeah. See,
like
now we're
in-
talking Bollywood now.
She's in what's
Quantico,
that
yeah,
called?
she's like
Yeah.
Bollywood now, Hollywood. So
And you guys heard about, of course, at the Oscars that Sharmeen Obaid won.
yeah, she
You
won an
guys
Oscar.
heard about that
I saw
Oscar
that.
for
Yeah.
that?
I didn't
So-
watch it.
Well, it's all over the news. You need to get it. But the thing is, you know, she made this movie, and obviously, you know, for being a Pakistani, being a Muslim, you know, she won an award for that. That's a very big,
Yeah.
big step for her. And the movie she made, I believe there was a law passed after that. She talked about honor killings.
Yeah, I think
With that.
it was in Pakistan. The law was passed.
Right. Mhm.
Where honor killing, like yeah, I heard
Honor
about the law. I
killings.
wasn't really aware of what the movie was about,
Right.
but I saw her win, and she talked about that in her speech, and I was like that's
Exactly.
amazing.
And that's her second Oscar.
yeah,
too.
that's her second Oscar.
Second Oscar. The first one was, I believe, A Girl in the River that she had won, where they had talked about the girls who marry outside the family. Then the father had shot the girl in the face, and then he had dumped her in the river. And this
Just
and
for
the
marrying
first-
a non-Muslim.
Right. The first one was Saving Face. The second one, the one that right now was The Girl in the River. The first was Saving Face.
Yeah.
That one.
So,
So-
it was really good. Like
चले well we'll talk more. I have to take a break. We'll talk more. Of course break पे जा रहे हैं लेकिन break पे जाने से पहले बताना था आपको हनी टर्म प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में हेयर बैक एंड पहली बात बतानी थी आपको कि ये खालिश शहद की बनी हुई चीज़ें क्योंकि ज़ाहिर है मौसम चेंज हो रहा है स्किन पे भी मसला बनता है तो इन सब बातों के लिए कंसल्टेशन के लिए डॉक्टर मूसा को कॉल कर सकते हैं ये प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल नहीं है मार्केट के अंदर तो अगर आप कहेंगे चलो ठीक है हम ज़रा ऑनलाइन जाके ले लेते हैं कहीं से किसी और कंपनी से या स्टोर में जाके देखेंगे यू कैन नॉट फाइंड देम एनीवेयर यू हैव टू कॉन्टैक्ट देम द इंफॉर्मेशन इज़ ऑन द स्क्रीन एंड अगेन दिस इज़ 100% खालिश शहद की चीज़ें बनी हुई हैं मौसम बदल रहा है और चेहरा और हमारी खाल बहुत एक बिकॉज योर स्किन इट्स योर स्किन यू ओनली हैव वन स्किन राइट तो टेक केयर ऑफ इट इनके हेयर बैक प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आई थिंक दैट्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दीज प्रोडक्ट्स आर 100% हलाल विच इज़ अ वेरी बिग थिंग एंड डॉक्टर मूसा खुद वहाँ पे होते हैं जिनसे आप बात कर सकते हैं उनसे आप डिस्कस कर सकते हैं and see how this product is good for you and give them a try. And there's a reason why they make this thing. जो कि कभी कभार ये भी मसला होता है कि यार ये product है, इसमें gelatin है, इसमें ये मसला है, इसमें वो मसला है. तो the products that they carry, they're all 100% halal. And second, ये खालिस शहद की बनी हुई हैं चीज़ें, तो ये भी नहीं है कि इसमें कोई स्किन का कोई रिएक्शन हो सकता है. अगेन हेयर ब्रैक प्रोडक्ट्स की बात कर रही हो, गिव देम अ कॉल हनी टर्म, और डॉक्टर मूसा को आप कॉल कर सकते हैं, उनको बता सकते हैं. एंड लाइक आई हैव टोल्ड यू, free consultation, be it your skin, be it your hair. Find out with him, find out what product is suitable for you, and get the information as soon as possible. Anyway, आप लोग कहीं मत जाइएगा. We'll be right back after this. Thank you again, and we'll be right back.